Good morning. I'm Brian Middleton, Fort Bend County District Attorney, and I am pleased to announce the successful completion of another undercover operation that was conducted in January. It was Operation New Year. It resulted in 29 arrests. We were targeting Johns, male sex buyers, in our effort to eradicate human trafficking. What was kind of unique about this particular operation is that we used a storefront that had been previously shut down by our county attorney. We set up this storefront and we conducted this undercover operation. So I want the public to know that we're always watching. We are intent on keeping Fort Bend County safe, and we will continue to conduct proactive undercover operations in our effort to maintain safety in our community and to hold criminals responsible. So at this time, I would ask if Assistant District Attorney Mark Hanna would come to the mic and give us more details about this operation.
Thank you, Brian. Good morning. I am Mark Hanna. I'm an Assistant District Attorney in Fort Bend County and the Chief of the Special Crimes Division. Operation Happy New Year took place in January of this year to the dates of 24th through the 27th, a 3-day operation. As Mr. Middleton mentioned, it was focusing on targeting the demand for sexually oriented businesses and illicit sexual agreements. This one was a little unique, and thanks to the County Attorney's Office, Ms. Lawson-Smith's office, we were able to acquire the use of a spa that had been shut down as a public nuisance, and I'll let Ms. Smith describe that to you here in a couple minutes. But we had undercover officers posing as employees of this illicit massage parlor, and as people came in and chose to engage in paying money for sexual exchange, they were arrested for those offenses. I want to echo what Mr. Middleton has said. Fort Bend County is not the place to engage in this kind of behavior. We're going to continue to move on and continue to focus on these until we don't make any more arrests, until we suppress this activity and reduce the demand, which is our overall goal of reducing human trafficking in our community and in the state. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Lawson.
Good morning. My office is happy to use its efforts and the tools that it has in civil remedies to make Fort Bend County safe. We have created the first ever illicit massage parlor regulations, but notably in this case, we sent a nuisance notice to the owner who did not know that this activity was taking place at this massage establishment. Our office then got the support along with our investigator and the DA's office to use this establishment to set up a shop to basically provide an opportunity for law enforcement to get involved and to create a medium of contact, which resulted in the arrest that we see. It is important that the community knows that human trafficking is something that we all must be involved. Not just the Sheriff's Department, the DA's office, my office, the judges, everyone even in our community. We must use every tool that we have available to fight human trafficking. I want to thank my regulatory division, who's present here, led by Chief Huma Ahmed, my Chief Investigator, Patrick Quincy, First Assistant Michelle Turner, and many others in our office who are working to make Fort Bend County safe, along with law enforcement and along with the DA's office. Thank you so much. And with that, I would like to introduce our Sheriff, Sheriff Eric Fagan.
Thank you. This operation shows collaboration work. Not only my agency, but we had other agencies working along with us. The FBI, DPS, Houston police officers, the DA's office, the county's attorney's office. As Ms. Lawson says, it takes a joint effort. And you can see with this joint effort, we put a dent in this crime of human trafficking, and we sending a message out to the human traffickers that we're not tolerating this in our county. We have zero tolerance. And we have ongoing investigations going on now, right now as we speak, because at no time will we ever let up on this, on human trafficking, trying to bring it to a halt. So again, I would like to thank all the agencies involved in this to make this a successful operation. Thank you, and may God bless.
At this time, I ask Sergeant Medill from the Houston Police Department to say a word.
Thank you. My name is Robert Medill, and I'm a sergeant with the Houston Police Department, and I work in our Human Trafficking Rescue Alliance for the Southern District of Texas, which is a unit in our Vice Division. I'm not only here to represent the Houston Police Department, but to support Fort Bend District Attorney's Office and their Sheriff's Office in their efforts in demand suppression. Through our collaborative efforts with Fort Bend District Attorney's Office, we're able to conduct these types of operations that target the purchasing side of prostitution. Through HATRA, we are able to combat human trafficking and the sexual exploitation of victims from all angles. We will continue to work collaboratively with the Fort Bend District Attorney's Office and all of our HATRA partners to fight the demand for sexual exploitation. Thank you.
Okay, we have a unique joint collaboration with community members. It's the Fort Bend County District Attorney's Human Trafficking Community Awareness Team. Leading that team is Rhonda Kirkendall, and I will ask her to come to the mic to talk about some of the collaborative efforts that we have. We have our law enforcement measures where we go out and we seek to suppress the crime in the neighborhoods, in our community, but we also have this community awareness team that's designed to raise awareness and prevent these crimes from occurring. So without further ado, I'll ask Ms. Kirkendall to say a word.
Thank you, DA Middleton. My name is Rhonda Kirkendall. I chair the Fort Bend County District Attorney's Human Trafficking Community Awareness Team. I know about human trafficking in Fort Bend County. I myself am a survivor. And although my victimization happened decades ago, technology has changed, but the methodology has not. I was groomed in Fort Bend County, taken into Houston. After several trips into Houston, I was flown from Houston to Lubbock, Texas. And so I was flown out on a Friday, returned on a Monday, and sitting in my seat at an elementary school just 10 minutes from where we're located today. So with the DA's Human Trafficking Team, we are working on city ordinances to prevent illicit massage businesses from being able to open. And if they do open, there are mechanisms to close them down. So far, we have enacted ordinances in Richmond, Rosenberg, Fulshire, Missouri City, Pearland, and Meadows Place. March 3rd, we met with the Texas City Managers Association to talk about a regional approach. It's very important that these city ordinances are enacted in all of our cities, because if not, they're going to close down and pop up in neighboring cities that do not have these ordinances. At the state level, there is legislation that we are working on in regards to illicit massage businesses. House Bill 350, it will register white label ATMs. A white label ATM is an ATM machine that is not tied to a banking institution. Illicit massage business owner use it to launder money. Also, Senate Bill 1009 has been filed, which will amend the occupations code to allow for more registration at the local city level to help with illicit massage businesses. I would be amiss if I did not invite you all to our next Speak Up event. This is our awareness event. It's going to be held April 6th from 6 to 8 p.m. on the campus of University of Houston in Sugar Land. Our DA's office will be one of the speakers, along with the executive director of Unbound Now, and then also we have 2 survivors that will be sharing their lived experiences. There is not a single approach to combating human trafficking. The Fort Bend County DA's office is engaged in awareness campaigns for prevention, ongoing investigations prosecuting traffickers and buyers, and working at the state level to enact legislation to curb demand and prosecute those who hurt our most vulnerable. If you see something, say something. The National Human Trafficking Hotline number is 1-888-373-7888. Here in Fort Bend County, Crime Stoppers of Fort Bend, 281-342-TIPS. Thank you.
As you can see, Fort Bend County District Attorney's Office approach to crime is multifaceted. We are not limited just to prosecuting cases. We are being proactive. We conduct these criminal undercover operations in order to apprehend criminals in order to keep our community safe. We also take it a step further and we work on prevention and awareness, and that's what this holistic approach is. We're working with the county attorney's office in our efforts to try to eradicate human trafficking in our neighborhoods and get rid of some of these illicit massage parlors. But I also would like to thank the agencies who cooperated in Operation New Year, and that would be, of course, the Fort Bend County County Attorney's Office, the Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office, Missouri City Police Department, who's not present today but played an active role, the Houston Police Department, Department of Public Safety, and the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. At this time, if there are any questions, we will take them now.
How many people were involved in this case, the trafficking human?
How many people were arrested?
Involved the suspects.
We arrested 29 suspects. Those are the individuals displayed on this graphic right here.
Can you describe how did they work? Or?
Well, you know, it's what we don't want to do is for criminals to know our how we go about apprehending criminals. These are considered investigative, sensitive topics. But we established a storefront that had previously been shut down, that had been used for illicit purposes, and these individuals came into that business and attempted to buy sex.
What was HPD's role in this specific operation?
Okay, I'll let you.
Sure.
So HPD's role with this operation was to support the Fort Bend District Attorney's Office in their efforts to try to curb the demand suppression. That was our role.
Resources?
Yes, resources, employees, on whatever technical devices they needed for the operation to be successful. Anything else?
Are any of these repeat offenders?
I don't have that information in front of me right now, so I won't be able to. I suspect some are, but I don't know that for sure.
In this operation, rescue any victims? Or?
Well, this was a John operation, so we didn't have any victims involved in this, but our efforts were intended to prevent future victims. So by attacking the demand, we hope to limit the number of victims in the future. All right, if there are no further questions, that concludes this press conference. All right, thank you.
You have a Spanish speaker that will recap what you got
Yeah.
in Spanish.
Okay. So.
Do you want me to stand here or just go to you? Okay.
Okay, we're about to do a Spanish interview, so we can keep it down.
I don't know your name, I'm so sorry.
Robert Medell.
And you're
I'm Sergeant with the Houston Police Department.
M-A-D-E-L?
Yeah.
D-E-L-L?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We're good? Buenos días, mi nombre es Melissa Muñoz, trabajo con la Fiscalería del Condado de Fort Bend. Estamos aquí con últimamente el sheriff del Condado de Fort Bend, Eric Fagan, también el fiscal del Condado de Fort Bend, Brian Middleton, y la abogada del Condado de Fort Bend, Bridget Smith Lawson, Rhonda Kirkendall, que últimamente es una persona que ayuda en la comunidad con el tráfico de personas, y un oficial del Departamento de Houston Police Department, señor que se llama Robert Medell. Estamos aquí para últimamente hablar de una operación que tuvimos el 24 hasta el 27 de enero, que se llamaba Operación Feliz Año Nuevo. Durante esa operación arrestamos 29 personas. Los cargos de esa operación resultaron en cargos de solicitud de prostitución, posesión de marihuana y también resistiendo el arresto. Entonces, últimamente, las preguntas que normalmente personas preguntan, posesión de marihuana es delito menor, resistiendo es delito menor, pero solicitud de prostitución es un delito grave. Entonces, últimamente, nuestra meta de estos programas es tratar de prevenir estos crímenes en nuestro condado de Fort Bend. Usamos últimamente clandestina operación, un lugar que previamente con la ayuda del abogado del condado fue cerrado. Entonces usamos personas clandestinas para tratar de ver quiénes personas que se llaman John en inglés son las personas que están tratando de solicitar sexo. Esas personas son las personas que fueron arrestados en este programa, operación.
En este operativo, ¿saben cuánto tiempo venían trabajando estos delincuentes? ¿Tenían quizás tenían antecedentes?
¿Cómo qué tiempo estaban tratando de...?
Correcto. O sea, ¿cuánto tiempo, según lo que han investigado, cuánto tiempo llevan trabajando en este tema de tráfico humano?
O como últimamente, las personas que fueron arrestados o los sospechosos, últimamente estas personas fueron a este lugar. No sé qué tantos tiempos ellos trataron de ir a los lugares anteriormente, pero fueron a este lugar durante ese tiempo para tratar de comprar sexo.
De víctimas tiene quizás, me dijeron que de víctimas básicamente están tratando de prevenir, pero no localizaron víctimas que fueron de esta situación, como más o menos describamos.
Sí, no, esta operación últimamente no estábamos tratando de ayudar víctimas en esta operación. Lo que estábamos tratando en esta operación es solamente para las personas que estaban tratando de comprar sexo. Entonces, en hacer eso, estamos tratando de prevenir el tráfico, ¿verdad?, de personas. Ojalá si las personas ven que estamos allá en la comunidad tratando de parar que esto vaya a pasar, no vamos a tener personas que ya están, ¿verdad?, tratando de... estas personas ya, ojalá, si no tienen, no hay demanda, ¿verdad? Entonces, ojalá no vamos a tener este crimen en nuestro condado.
¿Cómo creen, porque hay muchas personas que quizás, ¿qué consideran ustedes bajo las investigaciones que han realizado con respecto al tema del tráfico humano, que esto pudiese impactar? Porque muchas veces vemos hasta comunidades hispanas o latinas que recaen en este tema del tráfico humano por no tener documentos o por no saber el inglés y buscar oportunidades en este país y recaen o llegan a manos de delincuentes de este tipo. ¿Cuál es ese mensaje que quizás le envía a la comunidad con respecto a eso?
Pues si una persona es víctima, últimamente estamos tratando de ayudar a esas personas que son víctimas. Si ustedes ven algo, por favor, digan algo. La señora Kulkendall últimamente nos dio un número de teléfono en casos que ustedes ven algo o saben a alguna persona que está en esta situación que ustedes pueden llamar. Es 1-888-373-7888 o el número local es 281-342-TIPS. Entonces, si ven algo, digan algo. Nosotros no estamos aquí para las personas que necesitan ayuda, estamos tratando de ayudar a esas personas que son víctimas.
¿Human Trafficking es un gran problema para el condado de Fort Bend?
Es un problema que estamos tratando de parar en Fort Bend. Reconocemos que sí es un problema. No sé si es un gran problema, pero estamos tratando de eliminar el tráfico de personas en nuestro condado.
Veo que han trabajado con diferentes TPS,
Sí.
Nuisance Police, debido a esta situación, y se están uniendo estos departamentos por eso mismo que conlleva la pregunta, el tema de erradicar esta situación. Bajo estadísticas, manejan quizás estadísticas de cómo es la situación actual con respecto al tráfico humano.
Sí tenemos la información, pero no lo tengo conmigo hoy, perdón. Gracias.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Sheriff.
Can I get a picture with y'all?
Oh, yeah, sure. Sheriff, there was a photo request. Hey, Rob, let me call you back. Didn't try to answer that one, but Watch called it.
I'll leave my phone.
Or over there, maybe in front? Let's do over here.
Okay, yeah. Just by the, that's 2 on 2. Yeah.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Well, you smile. I'm glad they got arrested.